Hello, everybody. I've been thinking over the last couple of days that I should make a bit of a push to get to 500 subscribers because I'm well over halfway there. So if you do enjoy this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd be really grateful. On with the content of the video. I haven't got anything new to show you today, so I thought I would update my collection videos. So this is Beatles update collection video number 4, and we are of course talking about Beatles for sale. So I've got 3 copies of Beatles for sale to show you today. I do actually have 5 copies of Beatles for sale, but one of them is exactly a replica of one that I'm about to show you, and the other one is belongs to my Beatles collection box, and I think I'm probably going to end up doing a different video showing you that one. So yeah, 3 records to show you today. So I'm just going to set the camera up. So firstly then, I'll show you my mono copy. And like I say, I've got 2 of these. I'm not going to try your patience by showing you both. I've got 2 of these because one of them sort of got some sentimental value, but I kept this one because it's in slightly better nick, and so I thought you'd probably like to see the better condition one. So you can see from the front, the sleeve looks really nice. The sleeves, I've probably said before, the sleeves are really delicate on these. They were not designed to last, and generally you find lots of wear at the very least, or in worse cases, just complete gives and tears in the hinge. But as you can see, this one's really nice. It's a mono UK first pressing. The original inner, of course. There we go. So we've got Matrix XEX 503-4N on side A. And the main item really of interest on all of these is condition. It's just an absolute minter, isn't it? Slightly under-regarded Beatle album. Coming soon after A Hard Day's Night, I can sort of see why. It's not as good as A Hard Day's Night. And whereas that was all Lennon and McCartney, and it was all Killer, this has got some covers on. Including Mr. Moonlight, which personally I can't stand. We've got XEX 504-3N on side B. Yeah, and although it has got some great songs, it's very much more downbeat. And I don't think I'm being terribly controversial in saying it's not many people's favourite Beatles album at the very least. But there's still a place in my heart for it. So that is my mono copy. I've probably said before, but I really like the sleeve. I like the autumnal colours on it. Quite like the fact that they all look a bit moody. Yeah, so that's that one. Which leads us logically onto this one. These are really hard to find, these stereo copies. And once again, I don't know if I'm being terribly controversial in saying that of all of the Beatles albums, this is the one that's worth seeking out on stereo. Yeah, it just sounds a lot more sparkly, a lot more lively, I think, in stereo. I think you can make a case for stereo or mono for quite a number of the albums, except of course Abbey Road and Let It Be, which were generally only released in stereo, unless you've got yourself a really obscure copy. but yes, as far as listening goes, this one, front to back, is nicer in stereo, I think. The mono one is just a bit flat, a bit lifeless. We've got YEX142-1 on side A, and of all of my Beatles records, this might actually be the one in the best condition. I don't think that's been played more than 5 or 6 times. It's absolute stunner. So, like I say, quite rare to find a stereo copy, and almost impossible to find a stereo copy in this condition. We've got YEX143-1 on side B. And again, as far as the labels or anything like that goes, nothing really too much of note, but it's the condition that's of most interest there. Lovely, isn't it? Really nice item, that one. You've got to seek high and low for one of those, in that condition at least. And lastly, as I've mentioned before, if I've got myself a UK stereo and mono copy with the yellow and black labels, I like to find something slightly more offbeat. So here we have a stereo copy. Again, the sleeve looks nice. It's slightly lighter. It's a slightly lighter hue, actually. If you look at the orange here, it's printed slightly lighter than the 60s copies. There's the inside of the gatefold. Again, the hinge is really nice. And we've got what I believe is probably the original inner sleeve. It's got Piper at the Gates of Dawn advertised, and also Sgt. Pepper, which probably gives you some indication of its era. I think this was probably from 1969. So it's a 1 EMI box copy. We've got YEX142-1. So I suppose I don't know a whole lot about the ins and outs of the technicalities of pressings, but I think this is probably exactly the same pressing as the one that I've just showed you. And it has got a misprint. I might have showed you this one before, but if you haven't seen it, just pause the video, see if you can find the misprint on that label. Let's have a look at side B. 143-1 on side B. So is that different to the one that I've just mentioned? I think I just said side B on the previous one is 142-1. For those of you who are interested in such matters. Yeah, again, that's in really nice condition. Harder to find the EMI 1 box labels, of course, than the 2 box ones. They were not in production for as long. And we'll come back to this misprint. Can you if you spotted it? There we go. World Music's got 2 L's there. They're quite difficult to find, actually. Bit of an obscurity, those ones. So yeah, I kept hold of that one because I thought it was kind of cool. What do you think? Have you ever seen one of those misprint ones before? And have you ever seen a mono or a stereo 60s copy in such nice condition? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if there's any other records that you'd like to see. I'm sort of thinking about showing you some of the rest of my collection, but I'm not really sure what. So let me know if there's anything in particular that you're interested in. I might have some to show you. But for now, that's it. Like I said at the start of the video, if you did enjoy it and you like all of this nonsense, then subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 500. I'd be really pleased with that. But for now, I'll see you again soon. Cheers, everybody. Goodbye.